Hello, you've reached my channel, which is a channel all about cross stitch and my journey to stitch all the things. My name is Katie. Today is Monday, March 31st. How are we already at the end of March? Tomorrow is April. That's just, wow. I just keep waiting for 2025 to say Happy April Fools. And it's really January something. Um, uh, Hi, and welcome to my channel. I talk about cross stitching. Hopefully that's why you're here. If not, you hit the wrong button. I hope you like what you see. If you're new here, nice to meet you. Please leave a comment. I absolutely love the conversations that I've had with people in the comment section. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. It is just a joy to be a part of this community, and I am so thankful that I finally got the courage to go ahead and do it. To remind everybody, I don't talk right on a good day. You put me on a camera and I just, my words all come out wrong. So it's always fun to see what I end up saying. I had a nice comment from a lady talking about how I called the dragons, doo-to-doos from his eyes. I called it eye bling, which, today's doo-to-doo. So you never know what it's going to be. It's fun every now and then I watch a video back and I'm like, what was I thinking? Why did I say that? And if you can't tell, I got my hair massively cut off Saturday. It feels fantastic. I needed it really bad. It was getting extra poofy, but boy, it looks really short. So first things first, I have a few tags I'd like to, or shout outs. The first one up is Adelaide. We're glad that you're back. We're glad that she made a video. She was sick for a while and we really missed her. We are in an endless tag loop to see who can tag one another longest. She even said that the first time we forget, there's going to be a punishment. So that'll be interesting to see. So I'm safe. I didn't forget Adelaide. From Adelaide Stitches, you're it. Two other floss tubers that I've been enjoying lately is the Snitch Stitcher. She is a sweetheart. I love not only her projects that she's working on, she has really cool project bags that are fun to see. She has a wonderful attitude, and I think we would really get along if we could meet in person. She's just really, really cool. And then the Runner Stitcher and his adorable little dog Winston. He's doing a Halloween piece of, I think it's frosted pumpkin on this fabric that just every time he holds it up, I get like, oh, I'm so jealous. Which luckily he talked about where he gets it on Etsy, and they have some gorgeous fabric. So it'll be interesting to see if I fall down that rabbit hole sometime soon. But I really enjoy both of those guys and Adelaide, of course. It's when they post a video, I unfortunately have to watch it. I have two other things that are details from my last one. Pamela Matthews commented, and I appreciate her comment so much. She said that my math was not right on Yggdrasil, and she is right. I forgot to move the decimal point, so I do not have 0.02 on Yggdrasil. I have 2%. So it's not really significant, but 2% on Yggdrasil has to be better than 0.02.
Which means it has to be almost done. Woo!
Can somebody explain to him that 2% is not? I mean, yes, Jeremiah, it is. Also, Linda Pearson commented and asked about Jeremiah when he comes over to the camera. Is he on his knees? Yes, he is. During my intro on the first post, I talked about his disability, which is cerebral palsy. He cannot stand without assistance. So in a house, he gets around on his knees. When he's outside for any long distances, he uses a wheelchair. He can hold on to my arm and walk really short distances, but he tires out really quickly. So if we go anywhere significant, he uses a wheelchair. But in here, he's just extra short. So when he comes over here, I'm sitting in a chair and he's on his knees, and that's how we end up looking about the same height. So it just really works for him. Okay, I'm caught up on that. One thing I like to do on my channel is talk about what I've stitched since the last time. I do my floss tubes on Mondays so that I can talk about what I did since the last Monday. to me, it's just a fun way to watch my progress and hopefully share with you. And hopefully I work on something that you like. I don't really do a whip parade, but I am the kind of person that changes projects a lot. So you'll see a whole bunch of different ones. So I think that's fun. I also do I do quite a few of the online games and challenges, and that's really fun. And I am happy to say that as of, I think yesterday, I have finished all of my March challenges. So they are complete, and I have all of my April challenges signed up and ready to go. I will talk about some of those later. First things first, let's talk about what I stitched last week. So on Monday and Tuesday, and also Sunday for just a teeny bit at the retreat that I attended, I worked on Erica Michaels' Four Seasons Winter. This is what it looks like. I had started this one in 2019. It's one that, like I said in 2019, I'm going to finish all four. I didn't. In 2019, I got 10 days on it, and then it hid away. In 2020, I got 1 day on it, and in 2023, it got 1 day on it. So when I pulled it out this year to see how much I had left, I had this teeny little, it's just this much of the background left to do. I don't know why I left it for so long. So after 38 stitches on Sunday, 109 on Monday, and 225 on Tuesday, it is finished. Let's see. This one does not like to show up. They're pretty good. This is on 40 count Silk Gauze. Like I said, it's Four Seasons Winter from Erica Michaels. I absolutely love her pieces. I got a whole bunch of these from the Pals Retreat where she set up as a vendor, and I am so thankful because I think last I heard the Silk Gauze is hard to find. So I'm really, really glad that a whole bunch of the pieces, projects I have from her have the Silk Gauze included. And I've talked about this before. If you have a Silk Gauze and you're afraid to stitch it, this is what she suggested. You cut out the center of a piece of fabric. You can use any. It's basically just trash then. I actually keep them to hopefully fit my next Erica Michaels. And I just sew it onto, like this one's on an Ada. And then I can put it in my Q-snap because that's what I like to use to hold my fabric tight. And then that helps you be able to stitch on it. She suggests going through and stitching all the motifs first, and then you do the background. So all I needed to do was that background, and it is done. So this one, I know it took me 17 days, but I don't know the stitch count because I didn't start keeping track of my stitches till, I think it was the middle of 2024, or August 2024. I don't know. It's not 2019. I knew that when I started it. So, and just for giggles, another thing I do with my projects, I have a little project note card that I made. My husband prints them out at his job, and that keeps track. On the flip side, there's a calendar, and I do a little mark for what day I've worked on it. And then I have a book that I keep track, and I have an Excel sheet that I keep track because I like to keep track in 500 different places. After I got that one finished, I realized I did not have the other 3 seasons ready to go. So I took the time to pull the threads for Four Seasons Spring. That's what it's going to look like. It's a beautiful piece. I figured I'd show you this because the piece is in plastic, and I know it would glare. I also kitted up Four Seasons Summer. That's what that one's going to look like. And I kitted up Four Seasons Autumn. For these, since I started in 2019, I guess I decided I wanted to use the DMC. So they're just the DMC. So I went ahead and pulled just the DMC for the rest of the 3. If I was doing it now, kitting up, they use some Gentle Arts and some Weak Dye Works, but I'm going to keep this set the same. So they're all just going to be DMC suggested. So and then when I finish the project, I have a little nifty filing box. So I'll put the little project card in alphabetical order in the filing box in case I ever want to look back and see information on a project. Okay, Tuesday after I finished that, I think I had Jeremiah spin. I'm pretty sure I did. Anyway, it was time for a Mill Hill kit, so I got out a Christmas lantern. This is what it's going to look like. I almost forgot. I'm doing pretty good. But then I messed up. This is where I was with Christmas lantern. It is the typical Mill Hill kit. I'm doing it on the perforated paper with the kit threads and beads. I had 3 days into this one until this week, so I put day 4 in. Here is day 4 progress. I added 208 stitches. And I really love how this one's turning out, which I say about pretty much every one of my whips. So, but that's really cute. I really like it. So, I try to work on a Mill Hill kit at least 2 times a month. That was one of my goals for this year. So, and that one stays in a cool little Disney villain bag. A lot of mine are just in, hang on a minute, plastic that I get on Amazon or Walmart, but I have a few really cool project bags, and when I have one, I like to show it off. So I really like that one. One of these days, I'd love to try to make a project bag. We all know how that is with that, grand plans. Wednesday, I picked up spring Quaker. Since it's spring, I decided to get a start on it. This is what it's going to look like. This is from Primrose Cottage. It's another set that I'm hoping to do this year. Like I said in one of my other videos, I'm a sucker for seasonal pieces, and I'm a big sucker for if there's a whole set. So that's just fun. I am using 32 count vintage country Mocha, and I added 388 on Wednesday and 290 on Thursday. So I got 678. I am using a DMC variegated 52, which is purple, and I'm not gonna say it. I love it. I really like how it's turning out. I used this one for the I Spy challenge and stitching by the shore for number 7. The clue was spring-like. This being a spring piece, I figured it definitely fit. It's turning out so cute. I really love the DMC variegated. I did the winter one in blue, and so this one gets to be purple. Spring is probably my favorite season. Of course, I really love winter because of the lazy, long stitching days, but spring's my favorite. I love a good thunderstorm, and I love that it starts to get warm, but it still can be cool. Today in Indiana, it is crazy cold. We had warm and storms yesterday, and today it's the heaters are back on, so it's just crazy. If you don't like the weather in Indiana, stick around and change in a day. That's what we always say. It's one of the states you can experience all 4 seasons in one day. So I think I said I added 678 to that one, and I'll be back to that one soon. On Friday, I got out When I Think of Spring by Puntini. This is what it's going to look like. I had started this at the retreat I just attended, but I only got like 75 in. So I definitely wanted to pick it back up, and I was really happy to say I did not make any mistakes. That's shocking. So this is where it was before. I just had like the outline started of the clover. And I got 662 on Friday. Had a really good stitching day. I used this for I Spy number 5, Represent Time, because spring is a time of the year. And I'm got really good progress that day. That's always nice. And this fabric is a 32 count Lt Taupe Lugana. Like I said, I started this one March 2nd, so this is day 2. So I will be back to that one soon. There was also a birthday pop-up challenge in Whip Warriors, which is a closed group on Facebook, and you needed to stitch something with flowers, and on the spring piece there's flowers, so I just needed 400 stitches, and I met that, so I was able to participate in that challenge. It was funny when the challenge dropped. I was like, oh, they've been dropping the challenges really like last minute, and so I can't really plan ahead. So I was like, well, I just won't participate. And then I was looking, because I was planning on working on that on Friday, and I was like, hey, there's flowers, it works. So that always works when they spring a challenge on you last minute and you're like, hey, what I planned on working on, I can use. So that was really nice. On Saturday and Sunday, I pulled out Trust the Universe by Sunflower Diaries. This is what it's going to look like. I got this from Carolyn Zook's Flosstube. She did a giveaway, and I was so thankful to win. So this is what it looked like before. I was working on that crazy goose. I think it was going to take the rest of my life. So one thing we talked about when I won this is to get something that the goose will show up on the fabric. So I got a 14 count Prairie Land by Atomic Ranch. And I'm noticing I'm saying the same thing all the time. I really enjoy how this is turning out. I won't say I love how it's turning out. I appreciate how it's turning out. I need oh, really? I can't talk, so let's say big words. A thesaurus? Different ways to say I love a project. And finally got to some hair. So I am using the suggested threads, so some of them are gentle art threads. This is day 4 and 5 now. So, and I got 48 on Saturday because it was a busy day. But on Sunday I made up for it and added 405. So a total of 453 for this time. And I just concentrated down here. This is the end of the page. So I'm just filling that in before I move on to something else. I love it, or I enjoy it, or it's cool, or whatever. That was my stitching for last week. So let me get it back in the envelope that it comes out of, or it'll be gone forever. And so now we can talk about plans and challenges coming up. I figured that's kind of what I do. Tomorrow is April, like I said, so it's all new plans. So that's a totally different notebook. Let me get that notebook. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4 notebooks. I know, I need some more. Yesterday, a new event started in Hell's Stitchin', which is, I might as well say it's a closed group. It is a group that is very hard to get into. It's kind of like the Hell's Kitchen TV show. The groups are like groups of 4. So, and the new challenge this week is an alphabet challenge. So our team of 4 has to go through the alphabet and do 200 for each letter. So that was really interesting. And that just started yesterday. So we've been having fun coming up with how our projects work. I used Trust the Universe for universe because her hair has the universe. And then I used it for hair yesterday. So the 405 gave us 2 letters, which was nice. Looking at next week in my challenge book, if I can get the page to turn, on Wednesday, week 14 of the Peppermint Purple style is coming out. I've been doing those every other week, so I will try to get that done this week, add 13 and 14 so that I'm caught up. Friday, the Lola Crow style comes out, and I can't wait. I'm excited to get started on that. That's in that notebook. Now we'll go by notebooks. And then my month-long challenges. I'm just doing 3 this month, which for me is a big difference. I normally do 2 other acrostics that I decided to take a break on this month so that I could focus on the 3 challenges I'm doing. I will be right back. Okay. I told you I'd be back, and really, if I just would have hit pause and then come back, you wouldn't have known. So, but trust me, I'm back. Okay. There's 2 challenges this month in monthly magazine challenge Facebook group. I will put that information in the description below. Here is the monthly acrostic. I love doing this challenge. Carolyn and Robin came up with these every month, and when I found them, I was so glad. I think I've done every month since I joined the group, which was sometime last year, I think. I shouldn't have said that because I don't know. I should have just went, I joined. Anyway, every month they have the acrostic, and at the top there's a theme. For April, the theme is growth. So you pick something that you think fits the theme. I picked Along the Nesting Boxes by Jardin Prive. I should have said, for these, I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it. I will show the pieces, the before and after, when I actually stitch on them. I didn't think it made sense to drag them all out today when really I haven't had any progress. Some of these pieces you've seen. Some of these pieces I do not think I've shared before on my channel, so it will be exciting to get them out and talk about them. So that was growth. And then the acrostic for this month is apricot. So as you can see, you pick something for each letter. For this one, you can set your own amount. That's what the numbers are. I just kind of randomly pick a number. Most of the time I go way over, but that's like a minimum. So that helps me a lot kind of with my planning. For A, I'm doing Yggdrasil because the artist that did that artwork is Ann Stokes from Pain Free Crafts.
And because Yggdrasil, woo!
I'm sure you heard that. For that one, I have a monthly goal of 250, but he normally makes me do a lot more than that. For P, I'm doing Noel Gnomes. It's one of them long, complicated ones, but that's what I call it. It's from Jardin Prive, so the P in Prive. For R, I got creative. I wanted to bring out Colorful Eagle by Kitty and Me for red, white, and blue. So there's the R. I don't think I've shared that one here before, so that one will be fun. For the I, I'm going to bring out the When I Think of Spring by Puntini. For the C, I'm going to work on Spring Quaker, which is by Primrose, Cottage for the C. For O, I'm always kind of creative. I do Beer Dragon since he's over 1. He is by Pain Free Craft 2. And for T, unfortunately, I have to bring out The Black Pearl by Witchy Stitcher. Oh, torture. Also, this month they're doing Springo, which is a month-long bingo challenge. This is what my board looks like. I had to go extra. That's just me. And then you can see like the numbers under S. When those numbers get called, I'll work on the S project. When the numbers under P get called, I'll work on the P project. So that's how that works. Carolyn posts the number for the next day like the night before. So then you kind of have a plan. This one needs a minimum of 100. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to pull it out, get 100 in, and then hopefully I'll be strong enough to put that project away so that I can work on other projects. I'm sure there'll be some days where they force me to keep them out all day. Oh, hang on. I always choke on here. So for this one, my pieces are, for the S, I'm doing Canine Quotes by The Scarlet House. I have not showed that one here. I don't think so. See, you start to lose track which ones you've shown. And I'm only 10. But did I say this is Flosstube 10? I probably did way at the beginning. So last time I said the wrong number. So I'm going to pull that one out. I started it in May of last year. I haven't got a lot of progress on it, so I'm really excited. I tried with the Springo to bring pieces that I hadn't worked on recently. One of them kind of snuck in accidentally because Jeremiah spun it. So anyway, for P, I'm working Forever in Peace by the Sweet Wing Studio. For R, I'm going to work on Rainbow Dragon by Pain Free. That is one that does not get attention enough, so hopefully she gets called a lot. For I got creative. I is always hard. Patriotic Gnome Littles by Waxing Moon Designs. I am doing them individual. It works. So that's for I. Then for N, I have a new start. It's Summertime by New York Dreamer. I'm looking forward to starting that one, and I really hope to get it finished this year. I think it's on my year of whips. Pretty sure. The G is the one that I accidentally worked on. It's the Mushroom Gnome, which is a Jim Shore Mill Hill kit, and it got randomly spun on the Will of Mill Hill, but that's okay. I really hope to finish it up, and if I finish it, I'll even start another one of the Jim Shore gnomes because of the G and gnome. And then O is another creative one. I did Lady Liberty by Kesslins because it's over 1. It has not got progress. I really wanted to get it out. I started it May last year. So we'll see what happens. After those 2 challenges in Monthly Magazine, I'm also doing the I Spy challenge in Stitching by the Shore. Here's what it looks like this month. So somebody that can't talk decides to make a Flosstube. Number 1 is something silly. Don't know what I'm going to do for that one. I'm silly, so really anything I stitch on should count. Number 2 starts with C. I think the canine quotes will work for that one, but we'll see what happens.
I see what you did there.
The commentary. 3 is Earth Tones. A monthly goal for me is Mother Nature from Just Cross Stitch Magazine. She is in blues, which I found a color chart online that said blues is part of an earth tone, so we'll see. 4 is something shaped like a pretzel. I think the Peppermint Purple Sal might work for that because it has all the curlies, but we'll see what the 2 weeks that I need to do this week or the rest of the month. If one really looks like a pretzel, that's the only thing I could think of. Number 5 is animal that could be a pet. That one, the canine quotes could work for that too. Number 6 is a Sal project, Stitch Along project. We all know what starts. On April 4th, the Lola Crow Sal, so how perfect. Number 7 is water. Number 8 is trees. For water and trees, I don't know. We'll see. What was I thinking for water? Oh, I could work on Mermaid by Lena Ova, because mermaids live in water. That would work. And for trees, Yggdrasil is a tree. So, Jeremiah, can I use Yggdrasil for tree?
Yeah.
Okay, he said yeah.
Yggdrasil.
9 is a tiny motif on the Spring Quaker. There's lots of tiny motifs, so that should work for that. And 10 is mythical creature. Bear Dragon works for that. So those are my 3 challenges this month. The other challenge is putting up with Jeremiah. That's always a challenge.
I'm not that bad.
Oh, okay. He's not that bad. I also want to try to focus on the Lola Crow and get it done before the first part drops. I made the note for when the South starts, but I know we get 6 weeks to do the frame. So I really hope I can get the frame done before the first part drops. So, Jeremiah, rather than be in the distance and complaining.
I'm not complaining.
Oh, okay. He's not complaining. I was going to have him spin this week. Go ahead. I'll let him spin first. This is my April picks. Hang on. I know I forgot to include you. Okay.
Hi.
There you are.
Hi.
Mill Hill. So wait, we got to go over here. And we got to... That was the wrong button. Which Mill Hill? We have to make this complicated. Hey,
Mushroom gnome.
Mushroom gnome's already going to get worked on, hopefully, for Springville. So, you know what?
What?
We'll have you spend a different one. I know, we've made this complicated. Okay, we're going to mark off Mill Hill. Why don't you talk for me?
I'm about the same. So
okay.
Don't feel bad.
Oh.
Puntini.
Puntini. Wait, Spike's in there too.
Yeah.
Say hi, Spike. Oh. That was his input. Did you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
I don't think. Did we have anything else that you were supposed to say?
Not that I can think
Okay,
of.
not that I can think of.
Hi, Adelaide.
That wasn't what he was supposed to say. We don't even really try to make a script for this because, trust me, we wouldn't follow it. So, for plans, other than it's April and woohoo, we get to start all the challenges. Hang on.
Quick thing for all the people out there.
Oh.
This is not scripted. This is just how we are on a normal day.
Yeah.
So
we always say we need a camera crew to follow us around.
now we do.
Yeah. Only on those a little bit of time.
Well, but
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, my plans for tomorrow, I'm going to pick up Along the Nesting Boxes. I'll go ahead and show you what that one is. It's by Jardin Prive. If you remember, or if you're new, I guess I'll explain it. I broke this one into monthly pieces this year, so I do 2 fence posts and all the stuff that goes along with it each month. So I want to try to focus on getting the April part out of the way so that one's done and can go back in the tote until May. And after that, or hopefully after that, after I finish that, the Lola Crow Sow will come out, and I'm sure it will take my focus until hopefully it's done. And then, you know what? I did it again. Jeremiah, what did you spend? Oh, Puntini. At least I remembered. So that's when I think of spring. If I get the other things done, then that one will be up because that's what Jeremiah spun. We'll see. There's a lot of ifs. Saturday we have plans. We're going to a flea market kind of thing. We always really look forward to that. I don't think I have anything else. I know. I think I'm just rambling and taking up your time. And there are so many other Flosstubes that you could go watch. So I will say bye. I like to say love yourself. Find all the reasons you can to smile. And good luck stitching all the things. We'll see you on Monday.